Hello, Jai Guru, Namaskar. How are you doing?
Jai Guru, Namaskar. I'm doing very good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine as well.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, viewers, we are back with our third part on the topic that we had started 2 weeks back on marriage. So, what we have discussed so far is how marriage ends, how marriage breaks, which is the sad reality of our society. And we have also discussed about how it should start, what we need to look at before getting into an alliance. About compatibility, we discussed about in our last episode. And now, what we expect to get out of a marriage. Happy family is fine, but one important thing that we look forward to is our next progeny, next generation, right? So, on this, we'll discuss how incompatible marriage uh, leads to unhappy child, or yeah. Anyway, we'll discuss about this, about the progeny and effect of good marriage or bad marriage on the offspring. Yeah.
Yes,
Surya.
yes, yes. I would like to start with a real incident. An American came to Sri Thakur and Kul Chandra, and in the course of the conversation, he asked Thakur, why so many good men and women were born in India? Why we see so many saintly personalities in this country? Why don't we see so many saints, sadhus, rishis in the West? Sisi Thakur advised him to meet Nafar Ghosh, a disciple of Sisi Thakur, who is a gardener in the garden of the ashram. Devotees took this American to Nafar Ghosh. This American gentleman asked the same question to Nafarda. Nafar Ghosh was in the garden. He put down the equipments he was holding and he looked at the American and asked him, Sir, how did you come here? How did you reach here? The American said, Look, I took a flight from Chicago. Um, I came to Mumbai by flight. From Mumbai, I took another flight to Kolkata. From Kolkata, I took a train, came to Jasidi station, the railway station near Deoghar. Then from Deoghar, from Jasidi station, I took a Tanga ride. It's a couch which is drawn by horses. So I took a Tanga ride and then I reached this ashram. Nafarda asked him, look, why didn't you come directly here? Why you came to Mumbai, Kolkata, Jasidi station from here, taking another mode of conveyance? You could have just landed here directly. The American looked a bit surprised and he said, hey, how can I land here directly? Deoghar doesn't have an airport. Those days, Deoghar did not have an airport.
Yeah,
He
now we
said,
have.
this place doesn't. Now it has. So he asked, it doesn't have an airport. How can I come here directly? I have to come through all these routes. Nafar Ghosh said, that's exactly what I'm trying to say, right? Uh, an aeroplane to land, it needs a platform. Similarly, great souls to land also need a platform. The platform for landing has to be provided by a couple who is married to each other in a compatible marriage. So they have to provide the platform. So good progeny means essentially means bringing good souls to this earth. So that's the responsibility of the father and mother. That's the responsibility that they have not just to themselves but to their forefathers, because it's the father who carries the instincts from forefathers. It's the mother who actually carries all the nurturing agents. Um, and if you basically look at it, mother is called Ma. And Sisi Thakur says because she measures the husband into her child, she is called mother. So basically, in a marriage, the father is like the seed, the mother is like the soil. Soil can bring out the best from the seed. The seed must be rich with higher attributes, and the soil must have the capability to bring out those attributes to reality in the form of a zygote or whatever we call it. I think that's at a very high level, in a nutshell, the essence of good progeny. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, as you spoke about that seed and soil, yeah, how fundamental it is actually. Like every type of crop cannot grow in every kind of soil, right? So
Yes.
scientists know it better. Uh,
Yeah.
like you cannot expect to grow paddy in every kind of soil,
Yes.
or say
Yes.
any grain in any kind of soil. So there comes compatibility, right? For
Yes.
which kind of seed we need, which kind of surrounding. So
Yes.
mother is truly the soil. Okay, so as we talk about that sperm and ovum, right? Unification
Yeah.
of those only brings life. Anyway,
Yes.
science could not yet discover what life is and how life is. Right? We are
Yes. Yeah.
still trying to find out whether we are made up of stardust or what it is. Like our physical body, we have
True.
described fully well. We know each and every
True.
organ of it, uh,
True.
even to the neurons we know. But what we don't know is the most mysterious thing: what life is. And we are
Yeah.
talking about life, so that is a wonderful thing. So there is the question of compatibility, and about this married life also there is a new trend that we can see in the society. This is about extramarital affair, right? Often we see that husband wife, they get married, they don't separate, they are in a family, but
Um,
either wife is getting attracted to another person, another male partner, or husband is getting attracted to another female, or both are happening. So, what could be the reason? Reason is they are not fulfilling each other. They are not supplementing each other. They are not being satisfied by each other. So they are looking at partners outside of their marital union, and these
yes.
at times lead to some crimes also. I'll tell you, like you have been to my birthplace, right, Shillong. At least
Yes.
once you went there, right? How beautiful place it is. And
Oh,
I'm
yes.
born and
Yes.
raised there. So only this year, early this year, it was in news, like one couple, newly married couple from Indore, they visited there and they went missing suddenly. Went missing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, police file was case was filed, and ultimately what was found that the wife actually plotted this, all this, and she
Hmm.
murdered the husband
Oh
with
my
some
God. Okay.
accomplices, right?
Okay.
Within 10 to 12 days of the marriage, in the pretext of a
Mm.
honeymoon, she took it. She made all the plan, traveling plan and all, to took them to a pristine place at a corner of Meghalaya, and there it happened. She was found later, and now she is
Um,
undergoing trial. So this is just one incident. Okay, it disturbed me like anything. Like what is the reason?
yeah.
We know the reason, and we have our responsibility to stop that. Right? Even a small step
Yes.
we take, if that can save a life. That innocent boy got killed. Right? One family got
Yes.
destroyed. Then why
Oh,
they
yes.
had to
That's really
marry?
unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate because
Yeah.
if they do not make the right decision at the time of
Mhm.
deciding on the life partner, then
Mhm.
it could have disastrous effect. So that's why compatibility is very important. If we make wrong decisions,
Yeah.
it has huge ramifications. I think this is an example that you just shared, which should have been avoided. Unnecessary. I think an innocent life could have been saved
Yeah.
had they got into a right marriage.
Yes, and their society also should
Mm.
play its role, right? We cannot
Yeah.
turn a blind eye, like whatever is happening in my
True.
neighborhood, I'm not responsible for that. No, our guru says
True.
that you are responsible for yourself, your family, your
Mm.
surrounding, and the whole world, for the present
Right.
and future of everything. So if we take
Right.
the ownership of everything, right, then we are
And it is.
actually fulfilling our social responsibility.
Yeah. And you marry on a particular day.
Yeah,
Marriage as an event takes place on a day,
yeah,
but from that day onwards, a man and a woman decide to hold each other's hands and
mm,
walk their life together for a lifetime.
mm,
So, though the event is for a day,
mm.
it's a very significant event because thereafter they live together forever, which is important. I think I also feel because it's a very sacred institution, it's very sacred relationship. It is not a contract. We have talked about it. I think most of the time in today's society, young men and women do not understand the real purpose of wedding. For many, it is enjoyment. It's to fulfill their physical needs, their other needs. Maybe they're looking for a friend or a partner,
Mm,
and they look at it as a trial. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I will walk out.
mm,
But as a husband and wife, the two individuals have got responsibility to each other and to their forefathers, to their parents and their forefathers, because the instincts is like a race, is like a river which is flowing all the time
mm.
from one generation to another.
Yeah,
The moment there is a wrong marriage, distorted marriage, it stops that flow of instincts. The genes which is flowing from one generation to another, one wrong decision could distort it, could destroy it, and the race of a clan can get completely destroyed forever, which is really unfortunate.
yeah. One single wrong step from our side breaks the chain,
Yes.
as you said, right?
Yeah.
And our DNA, when you talk about DNA, DNA is also going through evolutionary process, right? It is getting
Yes.
evolved,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The kind of evolution, evolutionary stage we are at, our great great grandfathers were not at that stage, right? And this is
Yes.
natural science, and we
Yes.
have no right to break the chain. Right? And as
Yes.
I said, that we are responsible to our forefathers also, to our past generations,
Yes.
and also to the future generation, right? So the right
Yes.
thing has to be done right now.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I was reading this message of Sisi Thakur in
Yeah.
the book The Message,
Mhm.
seventh volume. Sisi Thakur is saying bad seed in good soil sprouts
Mhm.
with vigorous badness, diminishing the attributes with pungency, and
Mhm.
good seed in bad soil, which is not compatible with the nurturing elements of the seed, loses its inherent specification with its physical attributes too. So
Mhm.
always keep seed and soil within compatible keep, by which growth is enhanced with good glare. So I think he has talked about the compatibility, and if the seed is good and the soil is bad, its effect is not going to be good. If the soil is good and the seed is bad,
Mhm.
the effect is also not going to be good.
Yeah.
And the child will neither bring the best of the father nor the best of the mother. So
Yeah.
probably it would be a distorted
Yeah, when you talk of
child.
good and bad, now when you say a
Yeah.
particular type of soil is bad, it doesn't mean that it is absolutely bad. It is
Yes.
bad for a certain kind of seed, but it may be very good
Exactly.
for some other kind of seed, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So there is nothing called absolute good and absolute bad, right? There
Yes.
should not be confusion in the minds of viewers.
That's
That
right. That's right.
we are
So
tagging
I think
things.
it's compatibility that
Yeah.
matters. So in that sense, I think what Sister Thakur has said, that wife or the girl should accept a boy of higher attributes and higher qualities. The husband should be someone that she can look up to.
Yeah.
That is important because in a union, I mean, it's the sperm which is the fertilizing agent,
Mhm.
and it is the ovum which gets fertilized. So if the fertilizing agent is weaker than what is fertilized, so obviously the outcome will not be good. So it always has to be stronger than the sperm has to be stronger than the ovum which is important, and that will then possibly lead to good progeny. Otherwise, the goodness will be destroyed or spoiled.
Yeah, and for us, this is not just a theory. Sisi Thakur has given, from theoretical perspective, but also has given us the responsibility to test it, just to observe
Yes.
around our,
Yes.
so yeah, means
Yes.
around our neighborhood, how far that is true. And we have been doing that. We have been doing that. Several case studies we have done, just
Yes.
to verify, because we are not believers,
True.
right? we
True.
are we are seekers, and
Yeah.
Sri
Yeah.
Thakur
Yeah.
also doesn't want us to be blind believers, right? He says that
Yes.
faith is never blind.
Yes.
Faith is the dependence on the supreme. So we have done considerable amount of research and observation to see how
Yeah.
far that is true, and we found that, and it's just a statistical observation, right? So in some
Yeah.
cases, maybe one in million cases, that might go against the rule, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But mostly, things follow the rule, and two particular words are used in this context. So in Indian parlance, these are called pratilom and anulom. I have one small slide. Like, these are the terms, right? Hypergamy and hypogamy, as you mentioned about traits, right? So hypergamy, both are intercaste, right? Hypergamy,
Yes.
marriage in which the man's heredity, uh, a higher of a higher level of
Yeah.
serviceableness to existence, higher in that
Yeah.
sense, not in common sense of high and low. Please don't
True.
misunderstand this. A higher
Yes.
level of serviceableness to existence in relation to
Yes.
the wife's heredity. That is called hypergamy. And just the
Yes.
reverse is called hypogamy. Now, this
Yeah.
hypogamy is something which is and which should be a no, right? We have to
Yes.
vehemently stop that. That is what
True.
is our
True.
responsibility, right? That
True.
hypogamy should be stopped. So even if it is our friend who is inclined towards that kind of relationship, we should
Yeah.
show. We should be
Yes.
with the truth. And personally,
Exactly.
I have done one case, right, some 30 years
Acha.
back.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of my best friends, he still
Okay.
is. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
one day, that time I
Yeah.
was much, in the prime of my teaching career.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
he brought one girl to
Okay.
me for giving up coaching, and she was in a BSc class. Okay, so
Okay. Uh-huh.
bringing to me as a tutor. Okay, that was just a, uh,
Mm.
I was actually, purpose was something different. So I tried my
Okay.
best and I was successful.
Um,
I was successful, and that relationship
mm.
broke. They did not get engaged
Mm.
in marriage. After a few years, the boy got married, and he is super
Yeah.
happy now.
Yes. Yes.
He's having two
Yes.
daughters. So
Yeah. No,
so
absolutely right. Because and what is the point in having great programs, government having great agenda for the country?
hmm,
What is the point in establishing great institutions if we don't focus on making good human beings?
yeah,
All agenda, all programs, everything will go waste if you don't
yes,
have good human beings. So good progeny is as absolutely essential in that sense.
yeah. If children are
Uh,
born with some kind of birth defects, these are very
yes,
difficult to correct, right?
yes, yes,
So when there are scientific evidences how to get a good progeny, why don't
yes,
we use that science? Why don't
yes,
we look at that science, right?
yes,
We do it for seeds and all, right? In
yes,
biotechnology, but that technology, why
absolutely.
don't we use in our life?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
high time that we
For
do that.
seeds, for animals to have a better cow, we do so much of research. How can we have better progeny with cows, with animals, even with metals? Metallurgy is a subject all about that. How can you mix two metals and create a superior quality of metal? But when it comes to human beings, we turn a blind eye. So that is really unfortunate.
I don't know what is the reason we become so soft that time.
Mhm.
Okay. perhaps our brain stops functioning, right? And
Yes.
we give sole
Yes.
importance to our heart, right?
True. True.
So we need to use our
That's
heart
right.
and head both, right? A combination of
Yes.
both.
Yes. Absolutely. Very
So
true.
I hope that our discussion would throw some light on things where we don't have clarity. Although we could not be very explicit,
Yeah.
but in coming time, maybe we'll go more explicit about this with whatever limited knowledge we have, and
Yeah.
with evidences we'll produce before the audience.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think we can wind up today's session on a
Sure.
good note that will work with our head and heart both.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. That's important.
Yeah. Thank you. Jai Guru.
All right. Thank you. Jai Guru. Jai Guru.